Orders received.
Doing that one Nova game because everyone else playing Nova sucks dick. The first thing to point out about Nova is her turret has only 6 range instead of 7, so you always have to place it one more button ahead. Okay. How do we play this? This is pretty much the dream match I wanted to happen, since my co-player was really freaking bad against that Tycus at one time, or that previous game. And the main factor to keep in mind is to not instantly think that what you are doing is correct, since Tycus will generate a unit every 2 rounds.
Research complete.
So what you are doing is not necessarily straight up resulting in a positive outcome. Or if I win this wave, it's obviously because last turn he also had only one Tycus. Of course, I now have more units. Yeah, but the next wave he will have 2 units. That will decide how strong I really am.
Not enough minerals.
So just keep in mind, every 2 rounds we can make a cross in, and what we are doing is okay.
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
This is not good. Deactivate stim. I need that stim pack against Tycus.
Research complete.
He's going for the mega tank, which is understandable. Snapshot! No! Sage. How do I counter this reliably? I need a squad ahead.
Yes, sir. Who wants some? You scared me.
Get one more marine.
I'm going. You want a piece of me, boy?
Ah, shit. The Desolators, or whatever these things are called. Bruh, they will wreck my face. He didn't go for a second Gazier, that's why he has the medic.
How's that for whoop ass? I'm going. This better be good. Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals.
He could place those safer.
You gonna give me orders? In the rear with the gear. Well, butter my
What I'm thinking about with this formation is how, like, these guys will get jumped by a bullet sim, or however he's called, the guy that jumps and stuns your unit, and then units are placed here because the guy, a cannonball, has to walk. he thinks just building a
Not enough
fire
minerals.
bed to
Coming through. Been waiting on you. Let you
counter my light units is the play.
This better be good.
It's not necessarily wrong, since the base principle is correct.
Piece of me, boy.
He counters light units, or is supposed to.
Boys.
I think I'm
Armed and
building
been
more,
waiting on you.
more into the first row to tank more. Um, but what is also to keep in mind is I do not have a damage preference.
Gonna give me orders?
I just have damage.
Research complete.
Go ahead.
So building tank units against units that are supposed to kill those tanky units. That's the logic why I'm building more marines. I need to need to keep the momentum I have going.
This better be good.
At least for this way. Because now I have a strong core. Now I can go and, for example, get tanks. Why would I get tanks? Tanks are freaking bad, especially against Tycus. But if he builds more cannonballs, that will all stack on the same unit. The splash damage of the tanks will come in really freaking handy. But I don't want tanks. Because tanks are very clunky. The obvious weakness he has right now is that all his units besides Tycus are not shooting cannot shoot air units. So I could probably Banshee rush him.
Upgrade complete.
But we will not win because I played well or any of that. Like the first waves you can take from this game and say that you can learn from that, but this Phoenix player is a tragedy and a half. This Tycus is upgrading. That's why he keeps on losing, because he doesn't get more units. He hopes that the units he has right now are enough, which is why I can just save, because I had an advantage, a momentum, and that momentum is big enough to compensate for those upgrades. After this spawn, is when I should start losing, either because he got another unit or because the upgrades have gotten strong enough. Yep, he got Psy Storms. This was kinda expected. So, will it be enough to Banshee rush him? Probably, because this unit is not very effective at fighting units.
In the rear with the
That unit is only its ability and nothing more. Which is kinda sad, because I really like it, and so if it were more than just its ability, that would be kinda cool.
big job, huh?
Rolling thunder.
I'm going.
Screaming.
A perma cloak, even though he already has 2 detectors, because
Research complete.
to be honest, I should probably not perma cloak. That is probably a bad up. 150 extra dollars spent on something I don't need.
Call the ball.
But then on the other hand, my advantage is too large.
Yeah, whatever.
And now that he is forced to think about what he can do against those air units, I can now get those holo decoys. That is what my dude, my partner, did wrong that one game.
Want some?
But I will not do that.
By the
Snowy,
numbers, boys.
why are you removing your tanky units from the front? Well, I wanna get fire points.
Yes, sir.
They will do the same thing,
Coming through.
but they will be less of a unit. Yeah, less units will get stunned. Even so, the fire bit dude will do bonus damage against that thing. It still has one of the highest HP pools.
Hellbat coming through.
Has the highest HP pool of anything in the game for 300 bucks. Yeah, 300 bucks. So that is something we can do.
Bad news. Flame on. Hellbat coming through.
That is the first unit that has some sort of specific role besides just dealing pure damage. But Marines and my Banshees are supposed to do. They're for pure damage. And now I have
Looking.
a role assigned to pure tank.
Hellbat coming through.
Not enough minerals.
Let's. It's your time. Hellbat coming through.
And the cool thing about getting those Banshees
Loud and clear. Rolling thunder. Screaming fury. I got my ears on.
In the rear.
Call the ball. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Big job, huh? I hear you. Huh? Smoker. I'm going. Hellbat coming through.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Bad news.
Call the ball. Weapons hot.
What's going on?
But yeah, the biggest weakness Tycus has is the ability, or their abilities. The moment he cannot have. You need basically 2 stuns and a storm to fight your opponent reasonably. And if the storm of enemies that are coming is that get leaked into the Tycus spawn, triggers every ability. Yeah, he easily gets rolled. But that's why I said the waves you should look at are the first ones. Yeah.